Hi everybody, welcome back to Azure Every Day. My name is Brad Gall here with Pragmatic Works, and today we're going to talk about network security groups and how we secure our Azure environments using them. So there's always a few things to set up networking wise when we kick off a new Azure client or tenant. We're going to want to set up our VNets. We're going to want to set up some security around that. We're going to want to set up our tunnels, things like that. So today what we're going to talk about though is our NSGs and why those are important. So this is one of the things I recommend that you have at least a basic strategy around whenever you start setting up your Azure subscriptions. It's definitely something you don't have to have up all ready to go if you're just testing out the waters, but the sooner in your project that you plan out your network security strategy, the less rework you're going to have down the road. So with network security groups, let's just talk about what they are for a second. So a network security group is just a kind of like on-prem to a firewall rule set or an access control list that you would have on your firewalls or your routers with on-prem. It's just a way to define inbound and outbound rules within your Azure environment. So within a subnet, what traffic can come in, what traffic can go out. Very similar setup to what we see with firewall on-prem. And we're going to obviously do the basics of set up a rule that blocks all traffic coming in, except for particular traffic protocols or ports that we want to come in. All that's pretty basic. What's a little different within Azure maybe is where we can set those up. So we can set those up on our subnet, we can set those up on our VM, and we can set those up on our NICs. And that's where some of our strategy that's where we want to implement some of the strategy earlier rather than later. Because one of the most common things I see clients doing when they jump into Azure is applying too many different NSGs within their environment. So one of the things we want to take advantage of is the fact that we can apply the network security group at the subnet layer and have it apply to all the VMs within that subnet. The other thing is we can also reuse a network security group. Something some clients just haven't become aware of yet is that I can take one network security group and apply it to multiple subnets. Now I have one centralized place to control all those rules. Maybe I'll create one for my front end subnet where all my web traffic is happening. Create another one for my back end where all my database VMs live and where my Azure SQL databases live, things like that. So basically the word of advice here is just don't let it slow down your POCs and things like that, but definitely get it in mind to start thinking about how we want to implement this as an enterprise as we deploy our Azure environments. And if you want any help with that, we're very happy to help with that. We'd love to. Click on the link down below, and we would love to talk about what we've strategized with other clients and just what best practices around this could be. Thanks, and have a good day.